You have new love coming in. After learning your karmic lessons, let's find out some information about this person. They could be a father, they could be Egyptian, they could work in transportation or just travel a lot. They might have been married in the past. They could be either Greek or Roman. They might work in the food or drink industry. They could live or work on a farm. They might work in the medical field, or they could even be Indian. They might be Asian. They could have a medium skin tone. They might have straight hair. They could have markings. They might have green eyes. They could have a beauty mark. They might be average build. They could have long hair. They could be tall. They could have a round face. They could have exaggerated features. They could have a skin condition. They could most definitely be Asian. They might have white or gray hair. They might be European. Definitely someone either in the medical field or Indian. They might have curly hair. They could have blue eyes. They might be wearing white when you meet, or they like to wear a lot of white. They could be the same height as you. They might be wearing red when you meet. They could have a mole. They might have animated eyes. They might have a busty chest. They could be black. They could have freckles. They could have dark skin. They could have their hair dyed. They could be pregnant. They might have a square face. They could be skinny. They could have short hair. Could be a man. They could have coarse curly hair. They could be a Virgo. They could be an air sign. They could be a Sagittarius. They might be an Aries. They could be a fire sign. They could be an earth sign. They could be a Cancer. They might be a Libra. They could be a Capricorn. First, middle, or last initial could be an E. First, middle, or last initial could be an M. First, middle, or last initial could be a K. First, middle, or last initial could be a D. First, middle, or last initial could be a C. First, middle, or last initial could be an I. First, middle, or last initial could be an R. First, middle, or last initial could be a B. First, middle, last initial could be a G. First, middle, last initial could be an L. First, middle, or last initial could be an H. First, middle, or last initial could be a W. First, middle, or last initial could be a Q. First, middle, or last initial could be a Y. First, middle, or last initial could be an N. First, middle, or last initial could be a U. First, middle, last initial could be a Z. First, middle, last initial could be an O. First, middle, last initial could be a T. First, middle, last initial could be an A. First, middle, last initial could be a P. First, middle, last initial could be an S. For some of you, you might be able to meet this person within 3 months after the next full moon. For some of you, in a few days, in June. For some of you, you might already met this person, or you could be meeting them next February. For some of you, sooner than expected. For some of you, you might have already met this person in January. If you have not yet met them in January, you will next January. When I see up to you, it's whether or not you want this connection to come in. You might meet them in July. For some of you, in divine timing. You could meet them in the autumn time. For some of you, in a few weeks. I wish you all the best. I'm so happy for you.